Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to write a function that can determine how many odds and how many even digits there are in a whole number and in a decimal as well. Okay, so strategy, we have to split the integer or decimal into an array of its own digits. So I can do something like num will be equal to, but first I'm going to check by using number is integer. So I'm going to check if this has a decimal or not. And if it is an integer, then I would just do this. So first I will stringify the number, right? So let's say if I put in 512, it will now become this. And then the spread operator converts it to an array of 5, 1, and 2. Yeah. So that's what that does. But what happens if it's a float? Well, then it's actually going to be equal to the same thing, but I'll just replace the decimal with an empty string. Now, when you use replace on a string and then you replace it with an empty string, it actually just deletes that character. Okay. So now, if we console.log our number, let's see, we get 5252. Even if we add a decimal, we still get the same thing. Right? Okay, so now that we have that, how do we find out how many odds and how many evens there are? Well, you can do something like, first, let's do const total count will be equal to num, which is now an array, dot length. Okay, so now let's do const odd count, and this will be equal to num dot filter. And what are we filtering? Well, we're gonna filter out all the values that are not divisible by 2. Okay. So we're filtering out all the odd values right here. So all of this will return an array of odd numbers. And then if we use .length, we can find out how many odd numbers that is, right? So then now we can do const even count is actually just equal to the total count minus the odd count. Right? So now if I uncomment this and we look on the right, we see 5252 has 2 evens, 2 odds. Then you can do something like math.high. Then you see that right here, it's up to 16 digits with 12 odds and 4 evens. You can do something like math.e for Euler's numbers, right? 6 and 10. Now, 5.59, 0 evens, 3 odds.